Like we always do about this time. Perfect.
Morning everybody, how are we? We've got a bit of up close and personal today for Ellery, who said my mic is shit. What? Can I improve it? So, is that better? You hear more of me than the car? I need to buy a Tesla, so I'm quiet. Well no, I'm loud, Tesla's quiet. That would help. This actually has a standard exhaust on this thing, so it shouldn't be loud. But the kind of mic on the GoPro does pick up a lot of area noise, not just like directional. But it is a Friday. Today in the shop we have got an Toyota, I want to say FJ Cruiser. It's like if a Jeep and a RAV4 had a baby. This would be it. It's got some weird detailing to it. They don't come available in this country. They're from the land of Japan or America, but they're not sold over here, so we don't rarely see one. But the guy is bringing one in today. He's bought his own product, he's done his research, seems like a lovely guy actually. I met him the other day, he started talking about the car and I'm like, geez, I don't know, bring it down, let me see it, see what you've got, and then if I need to advise on anything that we need, I can get it in. So we brought the radio out, looked at all the stuff that he had, and he's pretty much set up, ready to go. Just needs my help, well not help, he's paying me to do it. My assistance in putting it in properly, so we've got everything working as we should. But it is a chilly one this morning. I say chilly, it's not, it's fresh, it's lovely, it's 8 degrees, nice and like headed towards winter. Flu season coming, Christmas is coming, Corona's coming.
China.
It's gonna be a crazy old few months, I think. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be make or break, I think. Either the idiots will wise up, or everyone's gonna be sick and it's gonna be a bit of anarchy going on. But time will tell. I pretty much finished Kat's Lexus IS200 yesterday. We got the head unit in, we got the sound system wired up, and then the radiator fan switch decided to fail. So the car chucked out loads of coolant. We weren't able to get the fans going on like an automatic mode, they just refused to start. But I know a little trick about shorting out the fan switch, the sort of temperature switch, and it brings the fan straight in. That tells you that it's not, you know, if they come on, it's not relay, it's not fuses. So we did that, and sure enough it burst into life. So we've ordered a new fan switch, it's only 13 quid, and that'll go on today. So that's pretty much the vehicle done, hopefully. There shouldn't be any more issues, I don't think. The state of the suspension will be a tell. Obviously it's an old girl, and some cars, weirdly enough, just seem to corrode differently than others. Mine is a 53, hers is a 51. It looks a little bit worse for wear underneath. Mine's got lower mileage, but that said, I've seen cars that are newer, like 54s, that are just rot boxes, so it really depends. So we may end up start doing suspension parts and things like that soon, but at the end of the day, it's a grand, it's a car, you know what I mean, it's a bucket. It's her to have a bit of fun with. and when she's finished with it, she can strip the car and all those little TT parts, the body kit, the spoiler, the skirts, the wheels, you know, all the Lexus guys will be climbing over each other trying to buy that. So she'll earn money on it even when it's dead. It's not a problem. But we are at work. I'm just gonna park the old girl in reverse and we will talk a bit. So I hope that's better. Hope you've had more of me this morning. Hope I'm coming in a bit clearer. How close can we get? Quite close. Yeah, so I hope I'm a bit clearer this morning. There's not so much car noise. Oh look, it's a Tesla now. Morning everybody. We're just waiting on the Toyota coming in, but check these out. I wasn't going to let this thing beat me. So this box is faulty, but I found a way of soldering it to get them to work. But holy moly, look at Mike's lights. They are super bright. Obviously I've shut down the lights in the toolbox for now. And I'm going to get these things put up and sort of wired through. They'll be on a switch up there at the minute, not. So officially how it works is this thing is like a magnet reader, and when you're supposed to kind of put it up here. And when you put a magnet on this and it passes that little box of tricks, when you open the thing up, it turns the lights on and off. Well, that's not working, but I've managed to fudge these so that they are for now. And by Christ, they're bright, really bright. That's proper cool. So we're going to get them up and I'm going to plug them in. And I'll come back to you in a second when I've got the box illuminated with some, God, I can't see crap, in a bit. Bye. Sheep noises. Sheep? Horse. Hello.
Hello.
So we got the lights in. Look at that. Magnetic, no messing about. Plug straight in. I've bodged the box so it works for now. And look at this little puppy. This is the Suzuki? No, the Toyota FJ. So we've got quite a bit to do to this one. He's given me a list. I've got to do a new stereo for the guy, keep his reversing camera working. We've got to do fascia kit, steering controls. He wants me to change the tow socket at the back to a what we call a 12N or a 12S for towing. We're going to go to a 13 pin, so that one's going to get changed for a multi-pin for his caravan. Reverse beeping. Typical Jap car, when you go to reverse, it beeps at you. He wants that beeping gone. But I'm quite excited for this one. It's fairly different, fairly new, unusual. 3 wiper blades. A bit like a, it's really light low roof and really wide screen. It's a bit like a Humvee. Just turn off that. But we're putting in a full-blown Pioneer CD goodness and all his bits and bobs, so this should be a nice one to do, really. He said he's got a USB run down there, so we're going to run our USB from the head unit down to this one too. So yeah, a little list, but I'm quite excited because I like stuff that I've not seen before. It can be a bit of a challenge, a bit fun, so I'm going to get cracking on this one and I'll come back to you in a bit. Look how bright they are. That's nuts. Big difference. The little switch is not working for the automatic, but that's fine. I can live with that, but you can see stuff nice and clearly. And yeah, working on here. Lovely and bright. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. So we've got stereo out. Make a little bit of space in this mess that I have. My nice new lights. Right, so this is the standard Toyota stereo, the Jap one. Many a lead on the back, but first we need to get these brackets off and get them onto our Pioneer. There's one. Get the radio to one side. I always find it easier to do bit by bit. rather than just ripping them all off. This unit was supplied for the customer by Halfords in somewhere, but it's actually a second-hand screen, but they sold it to him for full price. So I told him to go back and kick off a bit, get some discount, and obviously just watch the warranty on it. If anything happens with it, he's got to go back to Halfords. But to sell somebody a used stereo at full price is a bit cheeky, because the fingerprints don't give it away or anything. Like, we don't need that. We've got a little sticker on the front, and we can get rid of that. So which way is that unit going? This is the left side. So what we've got to do is replicate A, where the screen's going to go, but B, figure out where our bracket's going to sit. We're back. There we go. So we've got a cage on, roughly where the old one would kind of sit. Now, we can do one of two things. God, you know what, I'm out. Everyone next door today was bitching about, oh, it's so freezing cold. Alex turns up in shorts. Standard. Alright, that's one side. That's his instructions. Let's keep that in there. Right. We've got our lead, our aerial, and our USB. Camera retention, awesome. That's what we needed. DAB aerial, I think. Not really a good one. I might fit one of mine and throw that back at you. Side brackets with a fascia. Oh, okay, so we've got the kit there. And then the main harness for the car. Dynamic. Interconnects 2 bag. Cool. It's a bit cheeky. Buy something from someone else, put your own label on it. So we've got our Pioneer lead, CAN bus box. These are the standard kind of Toyota plugs and steering control adapter. And obviously our input into the Pioneer. I'm going to grab these just in case you're in a college. These are not the correct tools for the job, but they work when in Rome. Hail Caesar, right? So just undo what we've just done. In the bag. What we got then? Sochi Toyota FJ Cruiser 2007. So we have our, okay, fascias and side plates, right. So these are going to go, we know the underswept is kind of at the bottom, so that's going to sit in there like that. And that's going to sit in there like that. Gotcha. And then we'll put it on upside down so I can lie the radio flat. So that's what clever people do. And then this, it can't be right, surely that sits so far back it's untrue. Surely not. Really? It's a bit rubbish. Is that really all it's given us? Yeah, it is. Okay. The Pioneer is going to sit quite far in, which is a nightmare if you're trying to press a button in the corner, because you've got like a almost an inch gap between that and the stereo. Not ideal, but we'll roll with it. We'll go with it. do what the instructions say. Obviously you don't need to torque these up to 900 Newton meters. It's only ordered on plastic. Oh God. Right, so there is our fascia on our radio. I need to clean that screen, it's bloody horrible. Right, then place them upside down. Camera retention cable, that's cool. So that's going to go in our brown one, which is our camera. That's our reverse camera there. And this will be, I'm guessing, ignition to turn it on. I would have thought so, ignition and ground. If you get fork terminals on these things, don't ever ground it to the chassis. It's just shit, don't do it. Put a plug on it properly or solder it into something else. At least try and have a bit of effort with it. So steering control harness, Pioneer plug, that's that. Now we don't have a reverse signal on this one because by the looks of it this thing is not generating a reverse signal, which is a bit gutting. So I'm going to have to find a feed somewhere for the reverse signal for this. The aerial adapter is the same, so we don't need to change the aerial. I must have a tidy up this afternoon. There's a mess in here. So green going over to black. Yeet. So what we got in there, 2 wires. No, 4 wires. So we've got 2 wires powering the camera, and then so that wants to see AC. So let's put power for the camera on that one. Keep it all nice and neat. Doing much this weekend, guys? Put it in the comments. If you're doing anything fun, I will be working. Make me jealous. Tell me what you're doing. Cool. Yes, I know, I could have put that in with the same loom as well. I did buy some stuff yesterday. If you're looking for a really decent soldering iron, strongly recommend that. The Eroda Solder Pro 120. It's the thing I use more than anything. I've had this one probably at least 10 years. But these soldering irons are pretty good. I always like to carry a backup just in case. Make sure we've got those sharp bits somewhere out. Right, let's get some tape. Now we may end up running a wire in for the reverse trigger. Now whether that be signal from the reverse light or gearbox or reverse switch, obviously it's automatic, so that's probably going to be on the box anyway. But we've got to run some cabling for a tow bar that we've got to install, 13 pin going from 7. So I could always loop from that too. But that's pretty much our radio ready to go. So we got the FJ done. Stop beeping. So we've got the fascia kit in. Steering controls are all working. Just get ready to mute this. I'm not a fan, if I'm honest, of this. I don't like the fact that the radio sits so far back. Unlike this. No, God! Oh my God! On this bezel here, it's quite far in. I don't like this big tray. But we've got the dab aerial on my. There we go. Cool. Right. So let's go menu. Digital radio. That's FM. I want dab. Thank you. There we go. So if I go reverse, there's our little camera. Awesome. You'll love that. What a cool little FJ. I think that's cup of tea time in a bit. Oh, that was a busy day. Got the workshop loaded up with jobs and stuff. So we've got the Golf nearly done. That's going to be out tomorrow. We've got a BM that's got to be done tonight. We're going to finish Kat's car tonight because she's had a temperature switch on the fan fail. So I'll be working late this evening, getting that finished, and then get home later on and chop up this video for you lovely people. Thanks for the kind comments. I appreciate the the chats in the chat. It's always nice to chit chat and get some feedback on the channel, and I'm glad that everyone is liking the content at the minute. That's really cool. Means I'm doing something right and you guys are happy, which is, you know, it is important. But I think I'm going to take the chaser home today. I feel like a bit of noise. Why not? And I'll be back in a bit. So thanks for watching. That's Friday done. We've got Neil in tomorrow. It's going to be a busy weekend, I think. But for now, toodaloo everyone. I will see you later. Bye.